Welcome to the 2009 American Culinary Federation National Convention. Chefs from across the country are competing for a coveted spot as national champion. ACF TV will bring you all of the highlights and introduce you to the chefs in each category. We begin with the Pastry Chef of the Year competition brought to you by Splenda. ACF TV's Trey Johnson was front row. Trey?
Thanks, Jenny. Now time to tell you a little bit about the competition. This is the ACF Pastry Chef of the Year Award, and it recognizes a chef that has shown a passion for the craft and has earned an accomplished reputation in the field. All four of these chefs have worked very, very hard trying to receive that top honor. Let's meet the chefs.
My name is Heather Holbert. I'm the executive pastry chef at Cherokee Town and Country Club in Atlanta, Georgia.
Eric Phillips, Aristar Casino Blackhawk.
I'm Megan Kedover from Midwest Culinary Institute in Cincinnati, Ohio.
I'm with Rolf's Patisserie, and my name is Ford Culbertson.
30 minutes to set up, 3 hours to prepare, and 30 minutes to present 3 separate desserts. Each chef had to make one warm, one cold, and one torte dessert dish, and all while the audience watched and the judges took notes. As an added twist, the pastry chefs had to use Splenda, who sponsored the competition, as a main source of sweetener in one of their dishes. Each dessert had to meet certain criteria set by the judges.
I practice every day for at least a good 2 weeks, sometimes twice a day, and it's a lot of time and sweat and money involved in something like this. So I'm happy with my product. That's all that counts. I'm happy. And I hope it tastes good, and I hope the judges love it. No matter who wins, I was happy. I was happy.
Well, I was pushing it. I had a lot of components, a lot of pieces, one dessert had 112 touches, and the other one had 80. So I was pushing it. I bit off a lot, so it was tough on time. A couple things went wrong, but you do what you have to do.
Coming here, I think my goal was just to be done on time. All I wanted to do, be done on time, and put those plates out, and then the rest of the judges.
Proud of yourself?
I am. I think I did a pretty good job. My assistant was great. We worked well together. It was a good time.
I really had a good time learning to bake with the Splenda and still get a nice crispy tuile cookie with a beautiful brown color. So I had a good time experimenting with that and just playing around with different flavors and seeing what tasted good together.
These judges have a very tough decision on their hands. I definitely wouldn't want to be in their place. For the next competition, let's head around the corner to Jenny to see what's going on there.
Thanks, Trey. When the pastry chefs finished, the students took center stage to quite an audience. The National ACF Student Chef of the Year competition, sponsored by Custom Culinary Incorporated, featured 4 up-and-coming chefs in the industry.
My name is Brianne Slocum. I'm from State University of New York at Delhi.
I'm Kelly Conwell from Johnson County Community College.
My name is Andrew Adelman. I come from Kaiser University Center for Culinary Arts in Melbourne, Florida.
My name is Victoria Maxfield. I am from Utah Valley University.
This award was created to recognize the future of the culinary industry. Each chef won their respective region to qualify for the national competition, and they will be judged on more than their food presentation and taste.
We look for primarily skills, craftsmanship, menu development, a lot of the way the student actually runs their kitchen, their workflow, all the types of things that they deal with as far as the products and how those are handled. And of course, the taste of the food, how delicious they can make it.
Kelly Conwell was first on the clock. The recent graduate was happy to have done her best under the intense pressure.
It has its ups and its downs today, but everything got on the plate, everything looked great, tasted great, so now it's just up to the judges to decide who wins.
Next up, Brianne Slocum. Despite feeling the heat as time winded down, Brianne was proud of her final product.
I feel like it went great. I practiced my heart out for this thing and everything went in place. I was a little late, but you know what? I think the food speaks for itself.
Andrew Adelman, competing in his first solo national competition, was pleased with how he did, but admitted he will have some sleepless nights waiting to hear the winner.
If I could do something to where I could sleep for the next 2 days until the ceremony, I would. There were some minor difficulties I had with some equipment, but I pushed through it and I finished with with good tasting food, I hope.
The final student competitor of the day, Victoria Maxfield. The student from Utah Valley University feels like she did well during her turn in the national spotlight.
It went pretty good. I mean, we had my usual, a few problems here and there because it's nerve-wracking. It was a great experience. I'm grateful for it.
From individual students to student teams, the winners of the regional competitions competed for the title of Student Team National Championship, sponsored by R.L. Schreiber. Here's a look at the finalists.
We're the Central Region from Schoolcraft College.
We're representing the Northeast Region, and we're from ACF Pittsburgh Chapter.
We are the Southeast representatives from AB Tech Community College.
We're representing the Western Region, and we are students at Kapi'olani Community College.
5 chefs and a volunteer coach make up each team. The teams were required to cook 4 courses and were judged in numerous categories, including sanitation, food handling, mise en place, organization, techniques, proper execution, proper utilization of ingredients, timing, workflow, and of course, food presentation and taste. The competition was fast and furious, with the Central Region on the clock first. The team from Michigan was proud of how their team worked together, and they came in with a planned strategy.
We just wanted to keep things simple. Simple food done right was our plan, and good execution. We think it went pretty well. Everything went out well. A lot of practice made it possible.
Next up, Team Pittsburgh from the Northeast Region, competing in their first national competition, say everything went as planned.
Nothing's difficult. We practiced. We did what we wanted to do. And however well we do and compared to the rest of them, it goes as it goes.
The Southeast Region team out of Asheville, North Carolina, like all of the teams, put countless hours of preparation into getting ready for their first national competition as a team.
Late nights sometimes, you know, a lot of grouchy people in the morning sometimes, but it went well. It was worth it. It all paid off in our performance today.
Kapi'olani Community College from Honolulu made their first appearance in the national competition, representing the Western Region. The chefs created a meal with island flair that appealed to all of the senses.
We were incorporating tastes and flavors of Hawaii into the plates. And as far as presentation, I think, you know, we all know we eat with our eyes first.
From students to teachers, 4 well-respected educators showed judges their teaching and cooking skills in hopes of being named ACF National Chef Educator of the Year. ACF TV's Trey Johnson was in the classroom for the tough competition.
50 minutes to teach a lesson, prepare an entree, and impress the judges. This is the ACF Chef Educator of the Year competition. Let's meet those chefs.
My name is Tim Bucci. I'm from Joliet Junior College in Joliet, Illinois.
My name is Thomas Griffiths. I'm the Associate Dean of Advanced Cooking at the Culinary Institute of America.
I'm Chef David Weir from Daytona State College. I live here locally in Orlando.
My name is Heinz Lauer. I'm the Executive Chef and Department Chair of the Le Cordon Bleu.
The ACF Chef Educator of the Year Award pays tribute to an active culinary educator whose knowledge, skills, and expertise have enhanced the image of the professional chef. The 4 finalists vying for the coveted crown taught 4 vastly different lessons: balance of flavor, 7 healthy principles of cooking, Floridian cuisine, and contemporary European cuisine. The chefs were judged on several criteria, including presentation, lesson overview, and organization.
I've done a lot of hot food competitions where all I need to do is focus, put my head down. I don't need to talk to anybody. This, you're trying to talk to your class, teach them, cook, make sure things are tasting good. So it's kind of everything.
As we review these 7 principles of healthy cooking, I feel pretty confident that any menu item, if applying this type of food, will be better for you and still be delicious.
When you really look at the definition there, almost every region of this country that we talk about is generally considered fusion cuisine. It's a blending of the old world styles with the new world.
So what I did today in my dish was combining a classical dish from Escoffier with a modern twist of lamb loin, and it's just, don't forget the basics, don't forget the classical dishes, and just give it a new spin.
So it's difficult enough preparing a delicious meal, but add in a culinary lesson and a panel of judges, and everyone will agree this really is a stiff competition. For ACF TV, I'm Trey Johnson. Jenny, back to you.
Thanks, Trey. The final competition of this year's convention, perhaps the most anticipated of all, USA's Chef of the Year. Now, risers were brought in to accommodate the crowd gathered for this event, sponsored by Unilever Food Solutions. Let's meet the finalists.
Brian Hubner, Western Chef of the Year, Cherry Hills Country Club Executive Sous Chef.
I'm Jack Delby, Central Region Chef of the Year from the Schaumburg Renaissance Hotel and Convention Center.
Joe Leonardi, Northeast Chef of the Year, Executive Chef at the Somerset Club.
Hi, Richard Brum, Lagorce Country Club Southeast Chef of the Year.
A large audience watched as the 4 ACF Regional Chef of the Year winners vied for the national crown. The judges say it was an excellent field for this year's competition.
It was very tight. I think 4 very good competitors. You know, I'd be proud to eat any of their food anytime.
I can tell you, though, the competition was so tight it can go any way.
Perfect temperature on the protein and some great garnishes, great originality, and I think they will have a bright future.
First up, Chef Richard Brum, whose plates had a Greek theme including lemon soup, seafood village salad, and American lamb. Chef Brum was competing in his first national competition with hot food. In fact, this year's regional competition was his first ever.
It was a great experience overall. I really enjoyed it. It's a great time to compete. I love doing it, and I look forward to doing more.
What would it be like to win Chef of the Year?
I would be so honored. It would be probably, obviously, it would be the pinnacle and the highlight of my career, and I don't think there'd be any higher honor that I could receive right now.
Up next was Chef Brian Hubner from the Western region. Chef Hubner said he changed his regional winning entree for this competition. One of his goals was to be as seasonal and as local as possible.
Always go with Colorado lamb, you know, especially for the nationals. I had to show off, you know, something that's local. I used a lot of local produce, a lot of local ingredients. I believe that's some of the best ways to cook is to use, you know, things that are around you. That we even grew some of the items that we used here today.
Representing the Central region is Chef Jack Delby, who also changed his menu for this competition. Chef Delby was pleased with his plates, which included a summer tomato soup, braised short rib, snapper, and lobster corn dog. Chef Delby says all the practice and hard work are well worth the honor of competing.
If you love what you do, it doesn't take a lot out of you, and I love what I do. Every single one of these chefs deserves to win, and I just wanted to cook some good, well-done food, and I think I did a good job at it.
Out of the Northeast region, Chef Joseph Leonardi said after he adjusted to the electric burners in the kitchen, he believes his seafood course was the strongest. So how would Chef Leonardi feel to be named national champion?
You mean the world? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's just great. You know, for me to be able to be here and cook in front of family and friends, it's great. It really is.
Congratulations to all of the finalists in every category. From all of us at ACF TV, I'm Jenny Dunn. Good luck, and we will see you next year.